Hi everyone, I'm doing a part 2 reading today regarding the Summer Wells case. You may or may not have seen my first reading. If you haven't, you may wish to check that out. Now, recently some more information has come through as Summer came through really strongly. This does sometimes happen, but it was quite interesting the way it happened as well. So I'm just going to share that with you first of all. First of all, I was just tidying up in my living room and I came across a slip of paper, and it was actually the information I'd written down for the first reading with Summer, which was quite a while ago, I believe. I can't remember when it was, but I usually destroy those pieces of paper that I use for channeling and writing information. So it was quite interesting. I kept it and then I found it. So Summer was obviously there sort of on my mind. And I thought, okay, maybe I'm meant to do another reading. Then I let it go. And the other evening I was watching a crime drama. I do like watching them, I must say, not just true crime, but actual like dramas. And suddenly, maybe 10 minutes into it, there was a scene where the two police officers were in a cemetery. And all of a sudden, Summer just like came into my mind. She left an imprint of her image in my mind's eye in that scene. And she said it was relevant in terms of the setting. So after that drama, I continued watching it. I then did a channeling with Summer. And it seemed she wanted me to do this reading and to give me this information. So the first thing is the cemetery. Now, in my first reading, I've written it down here because I do remember this as well. I said left out in a hole. I meant to say left out in the cold, but it came through as hole. And afterwards I commented and said, I believe that was channeled. And that Spirit is saying she's buried in the woods. Now we're getting this cemetery as well. So there's a cemetery where I believe she's buried, especially due to that vision, that came through. Now, other things that came through in the channeling were disgusting photos. I was getting a ring CSA. So that's coming through again, that there were other energies involved here. She also said, a person with blonde hair sold me. That came through strongly. I'm still getting the stab wounds and cuts on her body. That came through in the first reading. But I was also getting a strong sensation of not being able to breathe. Suffocation was coming through. She said, I just wanted to play. I mean, she was a very carefree young girl, which I can feel, but she had this burden on her in terms of what was happening behind the scenes. By the way, this is alleged in my opinion only. I'm just giving you the energy, it's not facts. Just have to say that. I was seeing a paw print, and then she said a dog is with her in the spiritual realm. It's quite interesting. Before this reading, some dogs were barking. It was quite loud, and that was my sign to do this reading. So that's quite sweet. I feel she is okay in the spiritual realm. Then I heard there was a mound of earth. They put me in there. So maybe it was already there, because that was interesting the way that came through, near a tree. And then she said, we went to a clearing and they did it. So it's interesting we got they. She's indicating there were a few energies involved here in doing this. I did hear won't find me, because obviously she's buried, so it would be quite difficult. This was from automatic writing, which can sometimes be a bit scatty. but I got the keywords kill, he, so a male criminal. And then I heard Navajo, and when I heard that, two things came to my mind. Firstly, I saw a knife, so I've tried to draw it, because although the handle is actually black, there's like a design on it that looks a bit like a snake, and it's got quite an interesting shape there, like an arc. So that's one thing, I was strongly seeing that as a weapon. But then I was getting native Indian as well coming through. I was actually sort of seeing an image of this person in particular who did this. I was getting fire, it was hot, there was coughing, so that could be where I was feeling someone couldn't breathe. I had unseen people. So these are people that clearly do these things behind the scenes, we don't know about them. And the last thing I got was a beating drum. As I was channeling, I just kept sort of, it was like that, beating, this rhythm. And I believe that was like playing when this happened. So I'm getting ritual, I have to put that out there, especially with the fire and the cuts that came out. So this is sort of like new information, obviously, that's come through. So that's what I got for the channeling. Now I've just pulled a few cards. I was really guided to this deck today. It's interesting that there's fire around this individual with a weapon. So this is the person, again, who did it. There was fire there, as I said. And I'm getting shivers, wow, as I pick up this card. Summer's with us, I strongly feel her in this reading. Notice the dog by her side. So as I said, in the spiritual realm, she's fine, she's started anew. These energies can't harm her. Something that's come through from Summer is that when you move on to the spiritual realm, anyone like that who harmed you cannot cross your path again. So, yeah. Again, my camera is cutting out, which is really showing spirit is here with us, as I felt. So if you notice that happening, that's why. Yeah, she was carefree like the fool. As I said, she just wanted to play, playful energy. She wasn't really expecting what happened to happen. It goes deeper than some may think as well. Now this card keeps flipping out. When I was just shuffling, pre-shuffling before this reading. Now obviously we've got money, which came through in my channeling. And it's interesting because it says harmonious change. And psychically, because with these readings I don't necessarily read the meaning of the cards, I use my intuition and the images. Intuitively I'm getting exchange with that word to come through there. Yeah, then we've got a couple here, family involved, and it says wealth as well. Very sad. Wow, and we've got the Queen of Wands here. So another energy behind the scenes who made this happen. Could have been a female. And then there was a male here that did the deed. It did come out in my first reading that there was another energy there, third party. It came through as an affair, but I mean, You know, that can mean like an exchange, a deal. Which is really what I'm feeling. It's complex when it's more than sort of like two energies, let's say. Yeah, it was a surprise. As I just said, it says it on this card. It was a surprise to Summer when she said she wanted to play. I think she thought she was going off on an adventure, like the Fool here. And she didn't see this coming, you know, this energy here that came at her out of nowhere. Yeah, I'm actually like feeling it, like she got quite frightened in that moment. Very heavy energy that made this happen, as I felt. She was moved, definitely, physically moved to this area, which we're going to try and hone in on a little bit more in this reading, but just sort of seeing anything else that comes through. And someone got away with it, yeah, definitely getting a male coming out here. Criminal. Someone who people probably don't even know about, as we had in the channeling. Unseen people. I'm getting goosebumps now. As I said that. We've got a female here again coming through in the picture. Says a widow. A connection to that energy there, I feel. Yeah, again I'm getting, she was taken a distance from where she was. And we've got an angry woman. Older, looks like a grandmother coming through here. So quite a lot of energies, as you can see already. In this reading. So there is an older woman who's thought a lot about this and is quite angry. And then we've got a couple here who have liaised with another energy in terms of making this happen. Yeah, that one just flipped over, a lot of money as the motive. So same thing coming through as my channeling, obviously. Okay, this is quite interesting, everyone. I've got another deck here that I wanted to use. I wanted to use two decks for this reading. I just shuffled them and I was about to sort of bring them on camera and this card flew out. So this is confirmation of what I saw in my vision. It's quite interesting, they're pointing in the same direction. as well. But notice there's like an inscription here on the handle, and that's what I saw. I saw it like a snake, but it wasn't very clear to me, to be honest. Here it's like looks like a sort of scroll, and there are like some circles in there. So that's definitely a clue in terms of the weapon. And it was outdoors. So I'd like to see if we can get anything else. Any other clues from the cards? Yeah, a lot of energies involved, as I felt. Could have even been 8. I couldn't really give a number, but I was sensing more than that one energy. The one energy did it, but there were other energies there. A lot of communication coming out here as well, and movement is coming out again. So they moved summer. So here's a couple in their home who discussed this. That's what's coming through here. And this couple got something from this. They got a payout. Not going to name names, obviously. This is alleged, in my opinion. Everyone's innocent till proven in a court of law, but this is the energy we're getting. Yeah, and no surprise at all to see a very dark, heavy energy coming out. Someone who made this happen, those two energies we had before, the King and Queen, could be these two here who did this. So 3 energies in particular coming out here who were involved. Very dark, deceptive, evil energies, I've got to say that. I don't often say that, but I just get a very dark energy coming through here. Okay, that one's poking out. So yeah, see we've got outdoors coming through here. I'm channeling that tribe energy again though with this card. So those energies could live out in the middle of nowhere. Actually, that's why they're unseen. You know, they're not like registered or anything. We've also got the female energy coming through again here, very heavy energy involved. This person could have children. We're getting movement again, so might have been involved in moving Summer to where they took her. Okay, wow, everyone. These cards are quite big, so I'm just sort of shuffling them off camera, actually, and it gives me a bit more time to meditate. But I just said wow when this card came out, because this is what I saw in my vision. Remember, in my channeling, I said native Indian. So yeah, we're really getting an energy of, this is a people that could be off the grid, with that unseen people that came through. This looks like a weapon that they're holding as well. So yeah, we've got the 3 energies there coming out actually. Now I'm being guided now to clarify with this deck. on these other energies. Yeah, so again we've got that like unexpected shift that happened for Summer. She might have actually been tied up, which is what we're seeing here. This was hidden. These energies again are coming through as hidden. They were spying as well. So it's like they took their chance when they could, but money was involved once again coming through here. So there was some communication that happened behind the scenes. It was hidden. We've also got a child here coming out. So she was hidden. Yeah, that's coming out. Summer was hidden. Buried, as I got in the channeling. Wow, same card. We've got a couple, family coming out as being involved. So as you can see, it's quite complex. It's pretty tricky to sort of hone in on all the energies, but that's what we're getting. We've got at least 5 energies coming through. And it happened quickly. Yeah, same card we had before with all those energies. There was communication, it was planned, I feel. Okay, I just had to pause the camera there because it was quite heavy. And I was shuffling as I did so, and these cards came out. Now, this card says material trouble. You know, it does show people who may have financial issues, and we've got 2 people here. So that's why they did this, for the money. Sneaky energies here in the picture. And again, we've got like criminals, deception, coming out. Deception in the home is coming through. And again, we've got a female in particular here, who may have instigated this. Okay everyone, I'm just going to clear the cards actually in the space. I'll be right back. Okay everyone, so these cards have just come out when I was shuffling. I was just trying to hone in on location a little bit more. We got the Chariot, which can show a vehicle, and there's a male driving that vehicle. So someone was clearly moved. And the same card as before as well, in terms of this deception. The one male energy here, and notice the couple there in the background behind this. That's quite interesting. And there's a tree, and that did come out in my channeling. A building nearby as well, in terms of where Summer is. So any other clues in terms of the location? Wow, we got the Tower again. We had that in the first spread, showing something unexpected change that happened. Wow, but I'm seeing that like a church. I mean, it looks like one. There's stained glass there. And obviously we had cemetery come through. So there's confirmation for us there. Is it a derelict cemetery? You know, with it crumbling there. Could be. Yeah, that's really interesting. Wow. So I was guided to pull out this deck for a reason, I can see. Yeah, see, remember I was saying about it being premeditated, we're seeing that here. Now we've got 4 energies coming out. 1 behind it and 3 who made it happen. And again, I'm feeling these energies live at a distance. They do a lot of shady dealings, criminals, unseen as we had. People don't really know about these energies. That's what I'm feeling. Just being guided to take a closer look. So they had a map. They mapped out where they were going to go, I believe. Yeah, and it's showing like it was quite precise in terms of where they went. Now, you know what just came through to me intuitively, it might come through to you as well, is like Holy Grail. That's what I heard actually when I saw that cup. So a link to near a church, I'm feeling. Cemetery, that's strongly coming out. Close, quite close to a road. There's quite a bit of land in front of the building, in front of the church, I feel. As well, yeah, see we've got trees, so there are trees. And obviously in my channeling we had near a tree. Same card we had before. Okay, you might hear my cat. Alright, come on. Yeah, she's just jumped up on my lap. You might hear her purring now. She's going to snuggle up. That's quite interesting. Cats are spiritual. She just like knocked that card. It was on the top of the deck. And we got the same card come out as before. So these two are the same, heavy energies. We're definitely getting that someone was moved. Outdoors, yeah, see we've got a building there nearby as well. Okay, my cat's just jumped down now. She wanted to join us there clearly. So anything else we can get here behind the scenes? We're clearly getting a bit more on the location, which is very interesting. Okay, I'm just being guided to stop there because I'm getting that this building is used by dark energies for their practices, let's just put it like that. Do you know what? This is really interesting. Yeah, I'm just being guided to share this. Won't go into too much detail because you never know who's watching. But I went into a shop actually, about a year ago, and it's an old church. It's got the stained glass. It's so interesting how I'm seeing that building now, the stained glass. And it turns out the people who own that shop are dark energies. I won't go into too much detail, as I said, but what you see when you meet them is a mask, and I saw beyond that mask. They didn't want to help me, and I've recently, in channeling, realised that they used that building for this stuff that they do behind the scenes. So it looks like a shop, you know. Yeah, it is a shop, but there's other stuff that they do in there. You know, is it something to do with it being a church, spiritual building, that makes it more potent, for example? Okay, so just digress there a bit, but I feel it's relevant because I learn more and more about these energies as I do these readings. Now this card's about gossip, so some people may have suspicions in that area, I feel. They haven't necessarily shared it with anyone, but they might have seen something. You know, again, like with gossip in town, sometimes it really is true. You know, it's just like the word has got out, so to speak. Sometimes it isn't true, obviously. Yeah, so we've got the couple again. So gossip about that couple in particular, I feel. People feel they know stuff, but they don't have any evidence. That's the thing, you know, I don't think there is evidence. See, we've got the couple again. Now what I'm getting here is that there was, again, the exchange, yeah, because this card says waiting. A female was waiting for a male for this exchange to happen. This is the Ten of Cups, same card we had before, showing a family as well. This is interesting. And then again we've got movement, travel, trip to the country, it says. So that links with the Chariot. And then there was a male. This is the same card we had at the beginning, the King of Wands. Who did this in particular? And it was a surprise to poor Summer as well. Her ending happened there, outdoors. She was taken to that place, and then that's where it happened. Now I'm being guided to just see anything else with this deck now. Don't always use a mixture of decks, but I've just been guided to for this one because of the imagery. Yeah, it's interesting, the bottom of the deck, there's the King of Wands I mentioned that came out there, and the fire, the weapon, so we'll keep that one out, and there's poor Summer, taken unawares. Yeah, and we're getting the same thing, that she was hidden, tied up and hidden. Secret knowledge. Now, with this card though, and what I was saying before about these people and what they do, You know, we're getting like, you know, the stuff that they do behind the scenes, the knowledge they have, but the abuse of power, because you can use your gifts in different ways, obviously, and they use it for this sort of shit. It's very unfortunate that they do. They don't use it for the light. We're getting the same cards. It's interesting. Often happens, we get repeat messages. Yeah, an abuse of strength here. Coming out, I'm getting shivers as I say this. Outdoors. Someone was like watching, keeping watch. I'm getting nighttime energy here as well. I mean, okay, so they may have dressed someone in red, because I'm just being guided to this card. And the fire that was round her, she was tied up. I mean, yeah, the SR that I said at the beginning is really coming out here. It's terrible, obviously. No surprise at all to see the Magician, because again, this is like dark arts. With these two, we've got a male and a female as well coming through again, who dabble in that. So, you know, those energies there. That's who they work for, you know, essentially, the dark. Wow, everyone, yeah, same card. And there's the couple chained to that dark energy, you know, that's who they respond to. So that other energy behind the scenes, very dark energy. We've got the Chariot again that we had here, which shows transport, movement, at night. I strongly feel. Yeah, wow. Okay, I've just got shivers. Obviously with the sword and my weapon. Wow, everyone. Okay, look at... I'm not sure if this will show up on camera, but can you see here? There are actually 2 arcs on that part, 2 arches, and I saw that arc specifically in my mind's eye. Wow, everyone. I really hope you can see that. Okay, so there's the one energy that did it. You know, and we've got these dark forces that did this. There's other things that they do, you know, as a reason for doing this that I won't go into here, but I'm sure a lot of you will know. That, if anything, has blown my mind, because we've had quite a lot of signs come through with the sword before pointing up. Now this one, and that one had the engraving, and now this one having that arc. There are 2 arcs there. Wow, everyone. I mean, even here, it's like he's holding a weapon, and I'm just being drawn to the pentacle there, the 5-pointed star, but I'm seeing that as a pentacle. Dark dealings is what I'm hearing. Wow, and the bottom of the deck is exactly what I was seeing there. Yeah, is the motive here, money, an exchange. So again, yeah, we've got the woods that I saw in my vision, and there's a building there, so it's close to the woods. There's an entrance, as I felt, and a bit of a path and area with trees in front of that building. That's where summer is, I'm just being told. We're getting the star again, so this could be significant as well as a sign in terms of where summer is. But I'm getting a link to that, those energies as well, with the star. Yeah, so we've got a couple here, again, behind this, who made plans. This was premeditated, very heavy energies. They were oppressed, had money issues. This says strength. Actually on here, it looks like it says forest. Sorry everyone, I'm just trying to read the card there. Bear with me a moment. Okay, I just had to hold up to the light, sorry. It says great. I was seeing that as forest. That's really interesting. That I saw that, again, could have been channeled. But yeah, strength was used, clearly. This is all being kept hidden behind closed doors. Home here, linked to the home. And the loss of summer with money, hanging over this case as the reason. That's really interesting. I was just shuffling this deck, preparing to use it, and this card flew out onto the floor. So again, we got this deal that happened, a visit that a couple received from a male here, criminal who got away with it, ran away, and there was money involved. So we're getting the same thing obviously coming through, but we've had more on location come through here, as you can see. Okay everyone, so I'm going to leave that reading there. I really hope you've enjoyed this. Let us know if anything came through that you noticed as well in the comments. I may do another follow-on in the future if anything else comes through, and if summer comes through, which obviously she did. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.